Alright folks, this is it. This is the final part of the Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled Adventure Mode playthrough. So this is where we are going to be wrapping things up tonight. With, of course, the first one. First of all being the Purple Gem Cup. And we've got Tawna. We're playing as Tawna this time around. But instead of actually being against 7 of the characters in the original roster, we are up against the boss characters of the adventure mode. Yes, we are up against the likes of Papu Papu, Ripperoo, Komodo Joe, and Pinstripe, who we already went up against. All except for, of course, Oxide, but we're going to be facing him off for the last time in the next, when we've finally finished off with this cup, and of course the final relic challenge. Love this. Alright, here we go. And I'm already pulled up way ahead. I'm full speed ahead. Unfortunately, he's not going to be laughing on the podium. I think I know who's going to absolutely lose his marbles. Komodo Joe is going to lose his marbles. I'm still playing this on the... And also, for those who don't know, I am absolutely looking forward to the new Grand Prix, the Rustic Grand Prix. Ooh, I am really looking forward to it. Oh, I accidentally went on to that. But I do like the Skull Rider without doubt. It's one of my favourites. It's one of my favourites of the Spooky Grand Prix.
Better luck next time.
Oh, I managed to get it off just before I crossed the line. Fantastic, oh. I'm starting to be more Italian, though. Oops. Yep, that's right. Got hit by my own projectile. Alright, so off to the next one. Papu's Pyramid. Alright, here we go. Now, this is going to be a little bit more tricky because of the beginning turns, of course, then, of course, the Venus flytraps. But the shortcuts will definitely make sure that I steer ahead. So, of course, so far you can absolutely see I've got this Komodo Joe in his default uniform. We've got one of Papu's unlockable skins. We've got another unlockable skin of a purple pinstripe. And, of course, we got the mad scientist Ripperoo. So, basically, one thing that... this is more unique to Insane Trilogy because, of course, regardless of whether you've unlocked the skin or not, the AI will still play with it. Will still play with these skins, though, so that's fantastic. That's a good thing. Okay, and there's a lot of activity in Papu's Pyramid. One of them tries to go up one hunter attempts to go up. Lapis attempts to go up a waterfall, which is pointless. He would have got to go fall down anyway. I think one of the scientists also normally wrestles with a lion on the finish whenever you go to the second lap, but I don't think that's happened. And of course, by the end of that, both the lion and the Lap assistant were trying to hang on for dear life while attempting to not, to get in the way of the racers. And of course, if you actually look beyond the scenes, you get to see some of the tribes people doing a bit of a dance around a cooking pot. While there's another one full of, there of course are the Venus flytraps doing a bit of a class of how to trap the racers when they are during the race, which is a fantastic fitting touch to what is considered to be an Amazonian style track. Okay, so next up is my least favorite stage in the game, Dragon Mines. Now, as a lot of you may be wondering why I don't like Dragon Mines, well, here's the thing. I absolutely cannot stand this drag at all. Because, of course, considering that I've been struggling to get the top to crack the top time in relic race, and it's probably going to be pretty, hard for me to get the Oxide time, cleared. I'm probably most likely going to try attempts doing. I think if I could actually want to farm coins at the next Grand Prix, maybe go for the Oxide, go after the Oxide times. Well, in the both the CTR and CNK tracks, in order to unlock digital entropy and get my second part of the Hall of Fame on the Crash Team Racing fan page on Facebook, which of course a lot are mentioning on this one. Oh dear. Nice indeed, Tawna. Alright, so Tawna, let's do this. Oh my goodness gracious me, I didn't even look where I was going. That was a bit stupid of me. But then again, I'm still way ahead, so that doesn't really matter considering that's of course my nearest challenger, Ripperoo, is way behind, and I'm pretty sure that both he and Komodo Joe are probably going to be suffering too much of the same, you know, getting hit by that nitro that I just laid, and I think Ripperoo already done that.
Better luck next time.
And then again, I am such a stinker against the AI anti, but at least they're not as terrible as not as bad as, of course, the AI in Crash Bash. My god, the AI in Crash Bash is just annoying as hell. Okay, so we're off to, of course, our final track of the Purple Gem Cup, Hot Air Skyway. Oh dear. They're all trying to, of course. What are they trying to do? Trapeze acts?
See you at the finish line.
Alright, so we have got this to do, and once I think I've already got enough points to secure the Purple Gem Cups. I think Tawna's already got this, so there's no. Even if I don't win, but then again, I'm an absolute powerhouse at this game. So basically, beating the AI will not be any trouble. Well, it's give me much trouble at all. Now, some people may be wondering if I could do a hard mode run of the game. Well, here's the thing. I am considering on doing that, but I will have to do another practice run first on the adventure mode. I'll probably do that during the Grand Prix, just to during the weekends, just to farm the coins needed. I'll probably do that as like a bit of a downtime thing, while I'm still recording my Let's Play for Spyro Reignite Trilogy and for my playthrough for Pokemon Shield, which of course is going to be happening as soon as well. I'm probably going to do start off with Spyro first, but I'm probably going to alternate between Shield and Spyro so that nobody has too much of the same thing. And that is also why I'm also going to be doing the Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled montages. My highlight reel series, my online reel series, which of course is still gaining quite a bit of attention because the amount of things I do enjoy watching them. They're not very well. They haven't had much views in terms of the views, but still I can't complain. As you probably can tell, I do like to see my creation being being recognised though, and my editing as well, because some people accuse me of being a low quality editor, which of course really demoralises me pretty badly. And to be fairly honest, I do like being a quality editor. I don't do low quality content like DSP does. Well, unlike what DSP does. Anybody who thinks otherwise basically doesn't even know me at all. They just don't. They just without doubt to try to they're the ones who beat it. If they think I'm being quality content, then they're basically sympathising with DSPs, saying that comparing me to him basically proves that these guys are just DSP sympathisers. And I'm sorry, but I like my videos the way I choose. Nobody should dictate what I should do. Even though if you listen to feedback, I do my videos on with my own accord. Regardless of feedback, I do actually think that I feel like most of the time that is considered dictating what I should do. I know that kind of feels a bit harsh, but you know what, kind of really want to make my creation flow quite well. If you know what I mean. Okay, so that is the Purple Gem Cup done.
Next time.
Hot Air Skyway is finally done, and I've got the perfect 36. That's good. Right, so that's that done. Now we can get on with, of course, the Podium Ceremony. There is poor old. There he is. Oh, poor old Komodo Joe. He's lost his marbles there. Sorry, Komodo Joe. Maybe next time. Maybe next time in the playthrough. Maybe I could actually do a hard mode when I do hard mode. Yeah. I just feel sorry for Komodo Joe there, to be fairly honest. But you know what? I have to beat him, so because that's my prerogative, that is. Alright, so of course, before we go, I'm going to say this right now. We are going to be doing the, I'm going to be changing my paint job on my wheels. Oh, no, actually, let's do this. Okay, which one to go for? Should we do it that way? Yep, we should do it that way, so we can actually get on with the final two odds with Crash Bandicoot at the wheel. Alright, so of course, here comes the second of the two relic races that I'm going to be showing. It's the Turbo Track, folks. So basically, in order to unlock Turbo Track, you have to win all 5 gem cups like in the original game. But unlike the original Crash Team Racing, Turbo Track is also unlocked at the start. So basically, you have, of course, the Turbo Track itself. So, Turbo Track. I'm going to be honest with you. Turbo Track sadly hasn't been featured in any of the cups in the game, but it doesn't matter considering that. It doesn't matter considering that it basically the reason why they put Oxide Station in the Lost Cup is because, well, the Lost Cup basically is unfortunately didn't even have, you know, enough room for all the, because of course Crash Team Racing, the original Crash Team Racing did not have, you know, enough room to have the original to have 16 of the 7 all 17 tracks in all the cups. They decided they needed to leave out Oxide Station in the original game, so once the 3 of the Grand Prix tracks have been released, and when of course the spooky Grand Prix came up, the Lost Cup was we had the Lost Cup, which was unlocked, which well, no, actually that was I think that was Spyro. No, that was Spyro and Friends Grand Prix that the Lost Cup was released, because that contained the 2 DLC tracks that were released at this point previously alongside Spyro Circuit, and it also had the Oxide Station alongside Clockwork Wampa, which of course did not even appear on one of the cups in the game so far before then. So at least both Clockwork Wampa and Oxide Station, one of my favourite tracks, actually finally got some cup treatment for once, which is fantastic, because I'd love to play those cups over and over again. I'll probably going to be, you know, play through in the cup, doing all the cups once once it's the weekend, when the weekend bonus gets it together, so I can grab a load of coins. I'll probably do the time trials as well, off screen as well, so that's fantastic. Okay, so that's and I've got another Platinum Relic. That's fantastic. But I'm going to be honest with you, when you actually get when you get all the Platinum Relics, you also unlock Hot Rod's Nitrous Oxide, which is fantastic. Okay, so it is time to finally beat up Oxide for last time.
Back and you've gathered all my time relics. I'm impressed. Well, it's about time I taught you a real lesson in speed. This race is for keeps.
Bring it on, alien. Yes, that's right. Bring it on, alien. That's what I've got to do. Alright, so I believe I think that went to the toilets for this one, but now we are back into Oxide Station for the I'm facing off with Oxide for the final time. This is it. The fate of the Earth depends on it. Depends on me. Oh, for God's sake, we're off to a great start, aren't we? Now, this is going to be a lot more difficult because he just hurdles me with a... And I couldn't even avoid... How was I supposed to avoid that? Seriously. So yeah, like what I said, I'm going to be doing all the cups in it. When... Oh, for God's sake. No, I can't... I slow it down. I can't even... It's multiplied up my... Okay, let's... protect myself from some nasty beakers. Nasty beakers. Right, there we go. Now I've finally got into the lead. Finally. Okay, so we're done. So, of course. But once you do stay ahead of Oxide, there's no way he'll catch up. He will definitely... You're definitely winning this if you get ahead of him, because he throws everything, all of the kitchen sink and the bathtub right at you. Throws the entire kitchen sink at you. Okay, and I'm probably going to say this right now that I'm going to definitely... once I've done this, I'm probably going to still do the... I'm going to... Once again, I'm going to also do, you know... I'm going to do the time trials offline, so I can... Off screen, so yeah, I can actually get a lot of coins. I think it's one of the best ways to get coins, so I can try and beat all of Oxide's ghost times. So and alongside that time, once again, I'm going to be doing the cups, you know, recording. So I can actually, you know... Not only do I get a lot of, you know, coins, but I'm also going to give you the... I'm going to be giving you the tour of all the Crash Nitro Kart tracks and the DLC tracks that will be I don't plan on actually, you know, ending it here after the story. I will also show off the the CNK and the DLC and the Grand Prix tracks. Even though I would probably repeat the play of this track because it's one of the tracks of the Lost Cup. But the other three are not going to be featured in the adventure mode alongside the DLC tracks, obviously. So yes, I'm still ahead. Now, for those who are not in the know, I'm also going to be making a reveal trailer soon about DSP. I'm going to be revealing the DSP of my next DSP. This is how you don't play video, which of course will be being released in the next, which will be possibly released in the next, you know, few weeks. Alright, so finally! We've done it! We have saved the planet and finally crashed Oxide's arse! Yes, that's right, that's fantastic.
You beat me once again! Now I have to go back to the planet Gazmoxia, a complete loser. I must be getting slow in my old age. That's it! I'm finished racing with these mushy backward worlds. Keep your miserable planet. I'm out of here for good.
Nice to see that Crash Bandicoot burped out a butterfly. That would have been a fantastic one for that book, doesn't it? Alright, so folks, what are my final thoughts of Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled? Well, let me say this right now. It is one of the best games of 2019. And I'm going to say this right now. I definitely consider it to be game of 2019 in my eyes. In terms of being what I consider to be the return of one of the greatest ever marsupials and one of the greatest video game characters that ever deserves a big comeback. Well, as we can tell this right now, I do absolutely think that, I'm going to be honest with you, I do absolutely love this game. Without doubt being not only just a remake of the original base game, but adding a lot more into it really gives it the best ever. It makes it very fantastic. One of the best, what I consider to be an amazing version of the PlayStation original. One of my favorite games from the PlayStation era. Oh, for God's sake. My controller had to cut out at that point, so. But with that being said, however, folks, I think the game itself is fantastic. It got a lot more of the content from Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. It's got all that, all this, everything in it. All the bells and whistles from, of course, Crash Team Racing, Crash Nitro Kart, and, of course, unlockable skins, unlockable karts, unlockable wheels, everything. You got that there, as well as unlockable characters. So, you do have to pay, have coins and do them. But, of course, playing online means you can actually do that. Or get more coins faster. I absolutely like the fact that you could switch between soundtracks. The graphical presentation is absolutely astonishing, fantastic. And I'm going to be honest with you, using the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy engine really was an amazing feat to give the graphical presentation one of the best flourishes ever. Now, as you probably can tell, the voice acting is amazing. I loved the voice acting in this game. It's absolutely outstanding. And as you probably can tell by that. But for one thing, I do have a bit of criticism, though, for the game. The fact is, the online multiplayer, mostly the online multiplayer. The online multiplayer, without doubt, if you've seen the footage, it's a bit of a mess. Like, I'm astounding that there's some of the glitches in the game where, like, there's a lot of lag on it. There's, of course, face melt and body fusion glitches. That, although I will say this right now, they are an amazing find. Once you do find them, they're an astounding discovery. Kind of like how they are from Jurassic Park for some reason. But, of course, it's fantastic. But I do think it's a pretty interesting find. But I think Beanox needs to, of course, fix some of the problems before it's too late. And I do admit this right now, but there are a few of there's some of the Grand Prix just didn't really interest me. Like, of course, the Spyro and Friends was a bit lackluster, to be fairly honest. And I just felt that some tracks just could have had a bit better fine tuning, like Spyro Circuit and Neon Circus. But other than that, I think this game is fantastic. I'm hoping that Beanox still, supports this game from the time being. And I do think that Beanox, this game deserves all the love from the fans, and everything like that. Oh, and I almost forgot that another criticism I mentioned, the microtransactions. I know I don't want to, mention this, but in my honest opinion, I think that it could have been handled a lot better, though, to be fairly honest. But apart from that, I feel that this game was without doubt the best love that I've ever seen from the fan base, and I do think that this game deserves it. And I think Crash Bandicoot, hopefully there might be an announcement sometime later on in the year regarding a new Crash Bandicoot game. Well, I've just skipped the credits because it's going to be too long, because I don't want it to be going on further for anything, because we do need to do. Let's just hope that the next Crash Bandicoot game is coming later on. Let's just hope there's a big announcement from Activision and either Toys for Bob or Activision. No, Vicarious Visions. I hope to pray to God it's true. Yeah. So, with that being said, fantastic game. There may be a few things that needed to be improved, but other than that, I do say this right now, it is still an amazing game, and I'm pretty glad they remade this, because who wouldn't give love to one of the best games on the planet? So with that being said, however, folks, I am going to be finishing things off, and that's a wrap for now. We'll go for the cups whenever I feel like it. I'll do the cups eventually. But for now, this is the Desert Squiddo signing out. So good night. Thank you for joining me. Peace out, and until next time, sayonara for now.